Now we're doing another battle, and this is, should I say, even a favorite one of mine? No, I'm not gonna go with that because I do like it. Don't get me wrong, I do like it a lot, but dwarves have never been really my proper thing. But still, we are here, and we will see who is the best Dwarven Lord. Now, unfortunately, I think I'm doing this way too early. And that's thanks to the fact that, you know, the Chaos Dwarves are not out yet. And technically, they will be at some point. But until then, you know, we're kind of stuck with what we have. So, you know how it goes. You know how it goes. Can't really do much, right? Anyway, let's put this beautiful beef here. And we'll take it normally. I'm only missing one dwarf. I'm not sure if that's my fault. I feel bad that, what's his name? Gotrek isn't a lord. He's just some dwarf. Just a hero dwarf, which, you know, I feel it's a little bit, not disrespectful. I'm not gonna say that, but it's a little bit not right. It's not right at all for that to be a thing. But at this point, I'm just, what's it called? Looking for things to complain about. And I am. That's one of my favorite hobbies, to be fair. But let's begin this journey into the battle of dwarves to pick the best Dwarven Lord. Now let's see how many are there. Oh, guess what we have right here? Another round robin. You know, I love those round robins, don't you? It's probably the best part out of doing all these battles. The round robins. Excuse me a little, I have to check something out before we begin. Because I'm using Restream to put everything into like 2 places, and I'm not sure how things are going. Okay. Yeah, it's weird because Restream does something to the chat. Whatever. Let's begin. First, we're gonna go with the normal Dwarven Lord. Oh no, they're all gonna be on foot, aren't they? Against Ulgrim Iron Fist. I think that's a proper thing. And a proper selection of fights. But boy, is it gonna take some time since, you know, they're on just their feet. Their feet, that's all they have. They can't afford horses. They can't afford dragons. They can't afford even a ram. Indeed, awful. Awful. But let's not waste time and begin. Hopefully, we'll get Chaos Dwarves at some point, and then we can, you know, redo this like I plan to do the Best of the Elves series. Because, you know, we're not quite there yet with the elves. We're not done. We have crowned Tyrion as the best elf. But there are still some missing candidates from that. One specifically that's closer to my liking in Malus Darkblade. I really like the guy. Okay? I like his whole Elric of Melbourne story that's in him, technically. But come on, let's all be honest. That's what Malus is. He's inspired by Elric a lot. Good recommendation. The Elric books. Read them. Very good. If not, there's also the comic books, which change things a little, but again, still very good. The grandfather of dark fantasy alongside Devilman. Before your Berserks and your Witchers, it was Devilman and Elric of Melbourne. And I'm trying to fill time thanks to the loading screen. Okay, here we have our good little burger boy who's gonna be moved here. Let's take a good look at the Lord. This one feels a little bit more uneven than the other ones, mostly because, you know, it's They don't have horses, and I really like that. I really like that from the beginning. They had horses and dragons. Now we're just looking at short, stouty dwarves trying to run at each other, hopefully not tripping over and falling, as it is the nature of dwarves. Let's begin. How fast can you go? Go, little lord, go! You can do it! We believe in you! We believe in the change! Show us the change! No? Okay. He'll get there. He'll get there eventually. Don't worry. Don't worry. Then there's this other guy that's not moving because they never move. See, I liked it when they were dragons because that was cool. Not only was it cool, it was kind of fast too, and that really helped a lot. This isn't really helping anything. Here stands Ugrim. Ugrim, I said it right? His name? Ungrim, excuse me. We're gonna have to endure this a lot. Isn't he? Oh, by the crest I... No, now I get Ungrim. He's like the Slayer King who took the Slayer Oath. Okay. I had to see the model to remember his story. Double-axed sword? Double-axed sword. No. Double-handed axe against one-handed axe and a sword. Shield, excuse me. I don't know what's wrong with me today that I'm talking about swords. I like swords. What can I say? So right now we're in a pretty interesting spot. No. Come back from the burger. Come back from the burger. No, we're not supposed to see the burger. Ooh. What have you done to the poor dwarf lord? Stop it. You're butchering him. It was fun in the beginning, but now? Poor little fella got broken. I can't help but feel sad about this. I would say that was mean, but that was kind of metal in a way. Brutal, but metal. I don't think he will come back to finish the fight. Nah, it's better that way. Oh boy. Do I feel bad for him? That's one awful way to lose. That's losing from the first strike. And I'm not a big fan of these kinds of matches. I like it even when there's a clear winner. There'll be a little tension there. It make you on the edge of your seat. But I guess it's just something that I've taken as a wrestling fan. Now we have Grumbidal, the white dwarf himself, against none other than Togrim Grudgebearer. Again, interesting. No horses or anything. Somebody give these poor dwarves some money because they can't afford anything. Start battle. And the long loading screen begins. Checking a few things out, it seems Twitch is way better at being more real time than YouTube. Interesting. Anyway, I brought back the tiny Apple Pustaya. I missed him, having him on the corner of the videos, just shaking around. I think it reflects very well on my state of being. Being always agitated. But I think Crassus is a better representation of me. Crisus, Goldtooth, whatever. That's because I also like burgers like him. Because let's be honest, a good burger is a good burger. White Dwarf. I have a magazine named after you, boy. Now let's see if you can fight against your own kind. Of course. Did I see him move a little? I think I saw him move a little. That's good. That's honestly better. But nah, he's stuck there. Oh, and he has a tiny carting. He has a tiny carting with like 4 dwarves carrying him. That's so cool. And he even has the book on hand to write your name in it. That's nice. That's nice. I enjoy that. My neighbors are being loud today. What's wrong with them? Well, oh well. I can live with that. Hopefully they can live with me screaming tonight. Well, listen to death metal. That's not gonna be annoying at all, right? I hope so. But it's not gonna be annoying for me. That is. Okay, Grombidal is here. Now comes a big fight. The grudge bearer against the white dwarf. It feels kind of weird that he has like 4 dwarves carrying him around on that throne. It's awesome. It's metal. But you would expect them to attack. They're just carrying him and using that shield to, I don't know, protect themselves from the air. Because they don't need to sync up with the guy attacking them. Ooh, think I know how this ends. It ain't gonna be pretty or nice for the white dwarf. Or is it? No, I thought the grudge bearer was on my side, and that's why. Good smack, good smack. I think the way he swings that axe is just so cool. Chopping wood, but instead he's chopping the Great Book of Grudges. Smash him. Okay, that was nice. Spinning attack. It has some force the way he does that, to be honest. It's not as animated as other fights, I have to say, but this is what you get when you use dwarves. It's not as much about being animated and stuff. It's more about the raw strength and brutality in it. Good thing you have the tiny up style to just jump around there, so it makes things a little bit more interesting, shall I say. I don't think that's the proper word, but we'll see. It is a long fight, though. I have to give them that. They're really going at it. It's like watching a Davey Richards match. It like never ends, but kind of invested in the brutality of it. Use the book. Use the book. Write his name in the book, and that's how you win. Grudge better. This is how you win. You write his name in the book. And no, I just got slammed around. You could technically hit them. You don't have to run after them. Yeah, the AI has this thing where it just stops at random moments when it's chasing the enemy. Never understood why. It doesn't make that much sense. And battle, so interesting. We are getting a Slayer King and the White Dwarf himself in the finals of this whole thing. Now, the good thing about this is that it's not going to be as long as Best of the Elves, but we'll see. We just have to wait for those nice Chaos Dwarves who are almost all but confirmed. Of course, everybody's expecting them to come at some point. And we really have been expecting it for some time. Oh, the Rune Lord can take an Anvil of Doom. How will this change the fight? Will things go better in his favor? And so can... I forgot your name. Toric Ironbrow. Okay. There's a bunch of rune stuff in him. Well, let's see how they fare against each other. Both of them with Anvils of Doom. In case you're wondering, the Anvils of Doom is just that little carriage, little car thingy that's carried by 4 other dwarves and looks kind of nice and cute. In a way that dwarves can look cute. You get the point. Gut Magic. Lord of the Great Maw, Gastronomancy. Shamanic Victuals. I don't know, but gut magic, that sounds something like nice. Something nice. Gastronomancy? Maybe the ogres knew what they were doing after all, right? Maybe the ogres were right, and they had a point. Now the question is, does the Anvil of Doom help with speed? Because that's a good one. I have a Rune Lord here. What's wrong with that? Okay, the texture of the face is everywhere. It is freaky looking. Give it that. Anyway, let's move. And begin the battle. Now, they should move faster now that they have like 8 legs. Look, look. They're faster than any dwarf you have ever seen before. And really beat the speed of the normal Lord once the moment we started this, you know? Come on, run, little boys, run! With your anvil and your shield and... What weapon do you have as a Rune Lord? An axe. No, not an axe, a hammer. A warhammer. Ah, perfect for the setting. Marvelous for the setting, in fact. Now let's see what this guy has. Ironbrow also has a hammer, but his is more sparkly. I'm not sure if it's supposed to do that or is it just the graphics falling apart. Oh, now I get it. His is supposed to be mithril, right? This whole thing is mithril. Expect. Because they are dwarves after all, and there is no point in having dwarves if you're not going to use mithril. Like, Tolkien didn't invent all these nice things just so we don't use them. Okay? They exist so we use them. Perfect. It's like the perfect thing. Okay, 2 anvils of doom hitting each other. And also slamming each other with magic, since one's the Rune Lord and the other one can use runes. Are they all the same? Yeah, okay, so each of these anvils of doom comes with the bald dwarf on the right side of it. So we have confirmation on that. In case you ever wondered, what's the whole deal with the tiny dwarves that carry the other dwarves? Let's see who wins this one. It's like both of them are trying to use the other one's anvil to make something. Come on, call the thunder upon him. To be honest, I don't want the Rune Lord to win, because that mauled up face from the graphics is kind of freaky looking. Not gonna lie about that. Come on, smite some more weapons on the other one's anvil. Show dominance over their anvil. Okay. Smack him. Make a sword and then stab him with it. That's gonna teach him a lesson. Oh, they're pushing them. Interesting. Is this like a break? I think it is. I think we have a winner after all. Just couldn't tell. I thought they started moving for strategic reasons like Tyrion does when you put him to battle anybody. Okay, so now he's gonna come after me, but that's not important. Because now we have our finalists for the best of the dwarves, the best dwarven lord. Hoo boy, right? Come on. It's gonna be fun. We have a bunch of slow moving dwarves. Okay, we're gonna keep Ironbrow in his Anvil of Doom, and we will replace him with Grombidal, the white dwarf, who doesn't have anything. But it doesn't matter. Let's start the battle. And this is our final round robins. Don't you love them? I don't. To be honest, I don't. I don't at all. But doesn't matter. The game rolls the dice, and he picks the winners fairly. Hopefully. We're not that sure yet, to be honest. It could just not happen at all. Okay. Time to move the Burger King to his rightful spot. And have Grumbida fight against... I forgot his name. Something Iron Brow that has an Anvil of Doom. Yes, that is correct. That is his correct name. Iron Brow with the Anvil of Doom. Of course, Grumbida suffers from the same problem most dwarves suffer when they don't have an Anvil of Doom of their own. And that's walking. But I think it's good exercise for them. Have you seen them? They look kind of fat. I think that helps them. But unfortunately, as much as it may help them, it's not making this job any easier, is it? Ah, come on, you have an Anvil of Doom. Spare him at least something. You're faster than him. Get over here. Remember, Grumbidal defeated the Grudge Baron. He was already on an Anvil of Doom. An Anvil of... a Book of Doom? Because if you think about it, that's what it is. It's a Book of Doom. This is an Anvil of Doom because it has an anvil on it. Which means the other one's a Book of Doom. Okay, now it's time to see them fight. Can Grumbidal kill another Anvil of Doom? Because technically, you're not really defeating one opponent, you're defeating like 5 at once. So, you know, it's still there, and it's still an impressive feat. Would be nice to see if he can do it, if he can pull it off. But can he pull it off? Because remember, this Iron Brow character costed the most. Even without the Anvil of Doom, it was still the most expensive option to get for this match. So there might be something strong behind him. But then again, so was Teclis, and Tyrion got the win overall instead of Teclis. I think I also blame the AI for the results of what happens here. But hopefully there is a mod I can look for that can make things in these fights even fairer. And maybe even let me test out proper unit versus unit combat without the need of a lord. No, I think Grumbidal is gonna steal this. I think the White Dwarf will win this one. I even think he will do so overall, not only this battle. But remember, his opponent is the Slayer King. So that's going to be interesting. We'll see. It would be funny if both him and the Slayer King get like 1 point each. Which means they will both... No, it doesn't make sense to get 1 point each, does it? No, I mean it would, but then it would be like everybody has a point, and not what do you do then? Because you can't really make this into a 3-way battle. Like, I don't get why. It should be possible for smaller scale battles. But alas, it is what it is. Again, the regular Dwarven way of doing battles is like you're playing what it's called Imperial Fists or Iron Warriors. It's a long and grueling battle, and I just ate my words because Grumbidal lost. Wow, Grumbidal lost. And I had hopes for him. I guess those hopes were misplaced after all. Well, since we're still here, let's change Grumbidal with the Slayer King, Ungrim Iron Fist. So is the winner gonna be Torek Ironbrow? It depends. It would be an interesting upset. And I guess I should have just have Gromvidal fight Ungrim to see to make the last battle more interesting. But I messed it up. Oh well. Oh shucks. What can you do, right? Nothing. So now we're just gonna see if we get a winner from the second match or if things get spicy. I think they might not get spicy, but I think we'll get the winner. A proper one, but you know, I can deal with that. The Book of Doom helps, it seems. No, not the Book of Doom, it's the Anvil of Doom. Because the book was for the Grudge Bearer. Okay, let's begin. The Slayer King. Come on, little boy. Run. Run towards your enemy. Make him fear you. Or just get there faster. Because the battle is going to be long anyway. You taking your sweet time getting to him is only going to make it worse. And longer than it should be. But I don't think this will beat the Wood Elves in length. Yes, go through the tree. I don't know. I wouldn't have been surprised if he went through the tree. Marvelous snow, right? Where are you? Oh, you're far away. Oh boy. Come on, Ironbrow. Meet him in battle. Have some honor for once in your spineless life. Or don't. Unbreakable and fresh. And he is eager. Exposed flank. Yeah, I think this also kind of helps and deals some morale damage when one unit has to walk to the other one. Which I think is really a little bit unfair, but what can you do? So let's see who's gonna win it. Can the Ironbrow take the cup home already? Or will the Slayer King prove to be a bigger challenge than anybody expected? We don't know. Because the whole allied forces and enemy forces thing up there looks exactly the same as it did last time. That which showed that it was in favor of the White Dwarf. But in the end, we saw the White Dwarf on the ground defeated. But can the Slayer King do better? Can he prove that he can defeat the Anvil of Doom that Ironbrow uses? And that mithril hammer of his, which looks sparkly and shiny. Oh yeah, I forgot Ironbrow has magics and runes. Yep, and Ungrim wins. Okay, this is getting like way more interesting than I expected. Like, I did not expect Ungrim to win, but it makes the finals even more interesting because now there's the possibility that we get a tie between the dwarves, and that's going to be something you never really expect, you know? So let's change our little boys, and Ironbrow will be replaced by Gromvidal, who has nothing going for him. Or nothing right now, that is. But don't worry. He will, and hopefully it's going to be something interesting. Now, if it's a tie, I don't know how to break it. So if anybody else has any idea how to break a triple tie, I'm all ears. So let's see how this goes. I just hope it's not a triple tie, because I don't know how to solve that. Yes, we can have Cole champions. But it just sounds awful, right? Alas, this is the nature of what do you call them? A round robin tournament. So let's start the battle. Which is gonna take a long while because now our little Slayer friend has to walk. And walk he will into his doom. Or into his greatest victory. As I repeated before, his doom would be rather awful for us. Come on. We can do it, right? Come on, walk towards him, Grombidal. I know you're sore you lost to the Anvil of Doom, but you don't have to just sit there and be like that. Okay, I'm gonna speed it up because, you know. That looks so funny. Okay, now the battle begins, the true battle. The battle between dwarves of great renown and strength. Grombidal against Ungrim. The Slayer King against the White Dwarf. Who will win? Who is gonna take home the crown? Which axe is gonna be better? The one that's more rounded or the one that has more edges to it? Oh, the message that victory is within our grasp appeared. And you know what this means? You know what this means? This means that we have a winner. But let's not count our horses before we have them. Because the match is still going on, and you never know when the White Dwarf will pull up an amazing surprise and defeat the Slayer King. At some point, some of their attacks just looks like they're flinging snow at each other, which I find extremely hilarious. Like that one. That one just looks like they're throwing snow. And I guess it's fitting because they're fighting in a snow area. My greatest fear has come true. While the Slayer King was close to winning, we now have a triple tie on our hands. How do we solve this? Why am I even asking? Because nobody's gonna give me an answer if I don't think of one. Map setup. Maybe we can change something in the map. Survival battle, but I can't add more friends. Choke point, subterranean. Oh, this is interesting. Realism mode. So that's interesting. We're now at a tie, and I am at loss to what shall I do? Because we got like 3 people, for God's sake. We got 3 people into this position. What is everyone? Oh yeah, I didn't pick the army, that's why. Oh boy. We got Ungrim Iron Fist, Grombidal the White Dwarf, and Thoric Ironbrow. They've each defeated each other, and they've all scored 1 point. Now, while in wrestling, this is an easy matter to solve. Here, it becomes less so. Well then, I presume that the best way to judge a Dwarven lord by his abilities and which one is the best is, well, give them something to fight alongside. What's this minor settlement? No. We're gonna go, let's see if I can find in the Hekara Desert again. Because the only way that I can think of breaking this tie is simple. We're gonna give them an army to lead, a small battalion, a small force of sorts to lead against each other. And whoever scores more points with that wins. We're gonna start simple at first with the infantry. I see no problem in that. I guess nobody else sees it as well. We're gonna give them some infantry, melee infantry, one unit of each, and we'll see who can do better, who can gather the most wins out of them all. I'm not sure if I missed Hekara. Yeah, I hate it. Nehekara, Nagarot Forest. Nehekara Desert, City of Bones. This is what we want. And not vampire counts. Quite frankly, no, we don't want vampire counts. But we want Grombital, that's for sure. And let's redo this first mission. It's gonna be Grombital, or that's the last thing. The group of miners against Ungrin Iron Fist with a group of miners. And we will see which one is better. Then, of course, we're gonna go with Ironbrow again and do this whole thing. But hopefully now things should be looking better. If we still get a 3-way draw, then I don't know what solution to have anymore, and I'll just end it there without a conclusive winner until we get the Chaos Dwarfs. And then we can just mix them around and see who wins. Okay. How I missed this desert. I had to give up on this map thanks to some stupid bug about dragons not flying proper. Okay, so we have Slayer King and the miners. They even have their tiny little hats with candles upon them. They're gonna do just fine. Start the battle. And the enemy is gonna be in front of them. I'm not sure if it's gonna be faster than the Chokewin battle, but we'll have to see. They look kind of cute though. The ground trembles under their might. The enemy, of course, doesn't move, because why would it move? Because they're the defenders. We need to find a map that really makes them move. Here's Grombital with his own miners. We're just gonna speed things up since I don't have all day to wait for them to move. Because logic, right? Again, they're small and they're fat and have tiny feet, but let's be honest. Okay. We're now gonna see true battle. And the lords are hitting each other. And the miners are fighting separately. This isn't good. Because I was expecting the miners to contribute something to this battle and not leave the lords to fight by themselves. That was not the point of it. But things might change. Hopefully they do so. Hopefully, I said, we're not that sure things will change. Boy, it's gonna be awful. The miners are killing each other, so that's nice. I guess there's no union of miners to stop them from doing that in the Warhammer fantasy world. I have to change my position around. See things better, to get better insight into this battle. And see which army shall win. Victory is within our grasp. Yeah, that's what you said last time. And I got a 3-way tie out of it. So no thank you. Oh, if they do the same move now, it looks like they're flicking sand at each other. which is more dangerous than the snow one. So, strategy, points. In case anybody cares, the miners are just butchering each other over there, not really caring that much about what their lords are doing. Which I'm quite disappointed in. I was expecting more of an equal fight between them. Like the miners would join into the dwarves fight. And okay, Ungrin is still alive. Smashes with his beautiful axe. More stand flicking at each other. Power strikes, of course. Okay, this is interesting. Ungrin's miners have defeated the other miners, and Grombidal is now gonna have to fight them. Can Grombidal break them? That's the question. Can he do it? I mean, by the looks of it, it seems like he will. Which is an impressive win for him, for Grombidal, to be honest. Hopefully this doesn't repeat with... Yeah, he broke the miners. Hopefully this doesn't repeat with Ironbrow. Hopefully. Yes, quit. End battle. Because even now, if it ends in a tie, I'm gonna lose it. But I was expecting the miners to do more, but again, we gave them like the weakest unit out there. So that's thing, I guess. Give you the anvil, of course. And we'll start the battle. Now, the real question is if Ungrin can win this one. Because if he can, we're going back to a tie, aren't we? But maybe not. Maybe Grombidal will have what it takes to defeat Ironbrow by himself. Maybe. Or maybe we'll be stuck here in this live stream for eternity. Never to be out of it. Oh well. Let's start this battle. And will they fight together, or will they just do what they've done last time? I think they'll do what they've done last time. So I'm not even gonna waste time, just speed it up until they get into battle. Because dwarves are slow and tiny, and they take a bunch of time. To my utter annoyance. Yeah, that's weird. He changes his position there, but the Lord is here. Oh, what? I was not expecting that. That was kind of strange, I guess. Should have not have sped up until then. But I thought it will be ending it in time. Oh well. Now those miners are breaking. The Ironbrow miners are going down fast. You can tell because their flag is clipping. But so are Ungrin's miners. Interesting. And Ungrin's miners are they the first to go out? Are they? I don't know, things seem kind of stuck right now. Okay, now they're hitting each other and clearing their path a little. But can the damage done by the miners be enough? Will it be enough to give us a proper winner? Also, the miners of Ironbrow seem to be on Ungrin. So remember last time Ungrin won against Ironbrow. It was Grombidal that didn't win. So will the miners be enough to chip? Of course. Let me guess. Let me guess, Ironbrow wins the next one, right? Gromidal loses. And I have changed nothing. I'm still at the tie. Oh boy. Boy, do I hate this. Here's Gromidal. Let it begin. Maybe Ironbrow can win. He can't. No. If Ironbrow wins, this is what brought me into the situation. So Gromidal has to do his best in leading that army to win. Or else we get another tie and we have to change the rules a little. Or find a tiebreaker. Or give up. That was always an option. Okay, let's move the Burger King here and begin the battle. We're not going to look at them anymore because I've done this already enough. And we're going to speed things up a little. Hopefully this time around we catch the enemy. Okay, now let's go a little bit slower so they can properly meet on the battlefield. Faster. Until they start moving, I guess. The enemies. Okay. Now they will fight each other and hopefully not give us a result that ends this in a tie. Okay, magic use. The dwarves are running towards their enemy. Never turn your back towards your enemy unless you want to, you know, be struck by it. Okay, some magic volcano lava destroyed some of those dwarves. It doesn't matter. I hate it when the dwarves just seem to be blowing up their own units when they do attacks. They're like flying everywhere. Nevertheless, let's see who will win this one. Will it be Ironbrow or will it be Gromidal? Remember, if Ironbrow wins, we're back at the tie. But I have faith in Gromidal this time around. And also the fact that Ironbrow seems to be just going after the miners. And so does the White Dwarf. But never underestimate what a good strategy can do. Victory is within our grasp. I've heard that lie before. I will not be tricked by you, Total War Warhammer 3. You will not betray me again. Because this time, I don't believe you. Though the miners of the White Dwarf should be broken, they're still keeping. Just waiting up, and that's their retreat. That's their retreat. And unfortunately, Gromidal has to fight Ironbrow and the miners by himself. Boy, this is gonna be awful. Come on, Ironbrow, you can do it. I mean, Gromidal, you can do it, Gromidal. Take it home for the White Dwarf. Take it home. Do not let us be stuck here anymore. Defeat Ironbrow and his Anvil of Doom. Please. I'm begging you. Yes, I will start singing if this happens. I'm not even joking. And I can only pray for your ears once I start singing. Okay, magic. How are things looking? They're not looking that good with all those miners around him. Another strike, but it doesn't take down the Ironbrow Dwarf. And, come on. Come on, I think it's close. I'm just gonna cheat and see. Okay. Let's see how it ends. Come on, Gromidal, bring home the win for your own clan, for yourself, and prove you are the best dwarf lord out there. With all those miners on him, you know, thing looks to be messy. And we've done it. It ends now. We know who is the best dwarf lord out there, and it's none other than Gromidal, the White Dwarf himself. This magnificent old age dwarf who has a magazine named after him. That's how famous he is. Pulled it off where neither Ironbrow nor Ungrim Doom Iron Fist could do it. Our winner is the White Dwarf. Thank you for watching this.